The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on 419 The Grind.
Long days, hard nights, world moving too fast. Bills on the table, still chasing the past. I've had my doubts, I've had my fears, but every time I look at you, they disappear.
I've seen storms, felt pain, learned how to be strong. Tried doing life all on my own, but you came in when my smile was gone. Turned my broken days into a favorite song.
When everything around me's falling apart,
You remind me who I am. And when the weight of life gets heavy on your heart, I'll always take your hand.
you're the reason I still believe in love. You're the reason I don't give up when the world gets cold. We're enough, yeah. You're the reason I still smile through the pain. You're the sunshine after the rain. If happiness had a name, it'd be yours, yeah. You're the reason.
I don't need much, don't need it all, just you beside me. When I fall, every dream feels closer now, 'cause you remind me what this life's about.
They say love fades, feelings change, but what we got ain't fragile, babe. Through every high and low we face, I choose you again every single day.
You when the noise gets loud and the road gets tough, we lean on us.
You're the reason I still believe in love. You're the reason I don't give up when the world gets cold. We're enough, yeah. You're the reason I still smile through the pain. You're the sunshine after the rain. If happiness had a name, it'd be yours, yeah. You're the reason.
Even when we don't agree,
We still fight for it.
in every flaw you see me.
You love me honestly.
Ain't perfect, but it's real. That's the kind of love you feel.
If I'm standing tall today, it's 'cause you didn't walk away. You're the reason we're still happy inside, still laughing, still trying, still choosing love every time, yeah. You're the reason through the seasons, through the years, through the doubts, through the tears. As long as you're right here,
I know why. Yeah. You're the reason
why love feels like
home.
yeah. Pull up on the curb, engine humming low. Your suitcase in your lap, saying let's just go. City's fading fast in the rear view glow. 1,000 miles behind us, we'll let it all go.
My heart's racing faster than the wheels on the ground. Every turn we take, we're leaving no ghosts in this town. You squeeze my hand, and I feel it clear. No looking back now, it's just us here.
No more goodbyes in the pouring rain. tearing through our lives. Every mile we put between the pain and the past is a heartbeat closer to freedom at last. Yeah, we're flying down this endless line in our getaway taxi tonight.
No destination, just a brand new start. This ride's enough to heal my heart. Getaway taxi, just a brand new start. This ride's enough to heal my heart. Getaway taxi tonight.
Step by step, I'm climbing high. Left my baggage, kissed it goodbye. New shoes on my feet, scuffed the ground. Echoes of dreams, no longer bounded.
Air up here is thin but sweet. Every stumble turns to beat. I'm moving on up.
Like George and Wheezy, life ain't perfect, but it's looking breezy. Up the ladder I go, can't make me queasy. Moving on up like George and Wheezy. Moving on up like George and Wheezy.
I built my bridge from scraps and fire. Burnt down, down, climb down the mire. Every brick laid was a piece of me. Now I'm dancing where the clouds can see. The air up here is thin but sweet. Every stumble turns to beat.
I'm moving on up like George and Wheezy. Life ain't perfect, but it's looking breezy. Up the ladder I go, can't make me queasy. Moving on up like George and Wheezy. Like George and Wheezy.
Wake up, Toledo.
Wake your ass up.
You're listening to the 419 Grinds Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Good morning, Toledo, Ohio. Welcome to the 419 Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your host, your boy, Shawn Juan, in the studio with the lovely Dr. Ladale.
Good morning, Toledo. Wake up.
Wake your ass up, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the studio with the man himself, the producer of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, producer of the Check-In Podcast theme song, and Project 360 himself, Jesse Coleman, ladies and gentlemen.
My mic is muted. Buenos dias.
What it do?
No
what
habla
it do?
inglés.
Man. Good morning, Toledo. Good morning. Hope all is well this morning. The weather is not too bad this morning. So, as the old folk used to say, the good Lord was willing and the creek didn't rise. So,
What does that mean?
yeah, right.
Still here. We's alive.
You said the creek didn't.
Right. The good Lord, the old folks say, well, the good Lord was willing, the creek didn't rise. So I said, okay. That means we living amongst the living.
Oh, okay.
That's what
We
it means.
still here,
We're
Jesse.
still
We still
amongst
here.
the-
We're still here amongst the living.
Ah, okay.
That's what that is. So
I can appreciate that.
yeah, I can appreciate that too. I mean, hey, we are here because a lot of people are leaving out. And that's the sad part. That is the sad part. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to do better. We got to do better. So just want to say that this morning. I want to say to the people that are listening, learn CPR. Learn CPR. I had a situation yesterday, got a call that my first cousin had a heart attack. And because no one administered CPR to her right away, she didn't get the oxygen to her brain that she needed. And so I just took a CPR class maybe not even 2 weeks ago. And I really, truly realize now how important it is to learn CPR.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So my suggestion, ladies and gentlemen, is learn CPR because it would definitely save someone's life. So prayers to keep my family in prayer because it's not a good situation that's taking place. And again, people are leaving up out of here. And when we see our family members leaving up out of here, ladies and gentlemen, that's a reality check.
It is.
That
It is.
we are getting older now. And because we're getting older, things tend to break down. So that's what that is. How you doing today, Dr. Ladale?
I am doing pretty good. Pretty good. It's,
Pretty
it's
good.
almost the weekend.
It's
okay?
almost the weekend. Any plans for Valentine's Day?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay.
Just, relax.
Just
Enjoy the weekend,
Just enjoying
you
the
know?
weekend. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, let's throw this out there. Call in and tell us what you are doing for Valentine's Day. Yeah.
The question is, do
419.
you have a Valentine?
Right.
I don't think that's anybody's business if we
419-740-0433.
have one. Not because some people might have 2 or 3.
Well,
Valentines.
the most important one.
I mean, some people can't decipher which one is the most important. So they have,
Are you your own Valentine?
hey, that's not bad right there.
Sometimes you gotta be your own Valentine.
You do.
Right. You do.
You do.
You do. You
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely do.
you should always love yourself more than you love anybody else.
Right. Absolutely.
God, yourself, then your family,
Right.
or whoever.
Right.
Well,
Absolutely.
if you love yourself, somebody else will know how to love you.
Yeah, you teach somebody else how to love you.
That's
That's
right.
it.
All right, music, Soul Child.
Is that what that song is?
But you know what? I was writing into when I was writing in, I was listening to the Ricky Smiley morning show, and they were talking about Valentine and how, men will say it's a man-made holiday, but the women look forward to something. But now there's men who actually do appreciate the love and the flowers and things like that. But they were saying, ultimately, if you're celebrating someone 365 days a year, this is just another day. So
No.
how significant really is it?
I say this. You do celebrate that person every single day. And that's
Very true.
appreciated. But this is a man-made holiday, just like every other holiday is a
True.
man-made holiday.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And thirdly, if you choose to use this holiday to boost up your significant other's confidence or whatever and make them feel good, why not? Why not? Just like Christmas, we use Christmas to boost our kids' confidence and make them feel good, and because that's not what Christmas is really for.
Right.
It's a
Absolutely.
celebration of the birth of Jesus, but we use it, to give gifts and whatever. And I don't know. I mean, I just think that every holiday is a man-made holiday, and
Facts.
I mean, this is routine.
Yeah.
Now we live in that's what the kind of society we live in is a routine society. We go after what's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
That part.
And if you think about it, it's also an opportunity for retailers to just make
Oh,
some
yeah.
good money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, everywhere
Yeah.
you go, it's a sale going on.
Sale going on.
Something's
Some got a
happening.
sale going on.
Something going on.
You know,
Something is
everybody's
going on.
got some
Somebody got-
idea
yeah.
of what you can spend your money on
Right.
for that day. Whether it's looking good, buying something for someone, or just spending time somewhere. So
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. In my Bernie Mac voice. Hold on, let me tell you something. Valentine's Day, me getting bucket naked.
Is that what it's all about? Come on now.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for, again, joining in, looking over. I see DJ Impress is in the house. Good morning. Marcel, good morning.
My girl.
Yeah, Von Mills,
Yeah,
good morning.
That's
good
my,
morning.
my girl. She, all my earrings that I wear.
Oh, yeah?
That's who keeps me with my earrings.
Oh,
who's that?
She
Which
keep
one
you
is
up to
it?
Bonnie
dazzle.
Mills.
Yeah, she got your
Yeah.
Okay.
pizzazzle going on.
Yeah, she keeps me right with the earrings.
I see that. That girl got skills. She got some skills.
Yeah.
That's
She has a
what's
lot.
up.
She does pendants and everything.
Really?
Oh yeah, for men. Yeah, she's got them.
Well, put your information up there,
Yeah.
Von. You do all that.
Tell on myself. What are you talking about, DJ Impress? About what? About having multiple Valentine? No, not at all. Not I.
I bet he made a song for his girl.
Who?
You know, body. Yeah, body.
You
He
made a
made
Valentine song, Chris?
Yeah.
You made a Valentine song.
Who?
You.
When?
We asking.
Yeah, he made one because he like, oh, what?
What? I don't
What
know.
you mean?
So, ladies and gentlemen, please know that Project 360, if you want a song created for you, it's for a birthday, it's for anniversary, you just want to have your own theme song to ride to work and step in places with your own theme song, reach out to Project 360. Reach out to Jesse Coleman or Monty Features and
DJ Impress.
DJ Impress, press. And let them hook you up. You know, that's the thing now.
I was listening to Impress's song that you sent me. I'm like, oh my God.
I know, right?
This is radio.
Right.
Radio ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So a lot of you guys are sleeping on your dream. You guys are sleeping on things that can help elevate you. And great reason why I say that is because, again, Jesse Coleman is the producer of the Check In theme song, which is on Apple Music now. So download it and support. And that is actually my alarm when I wake up. Check in. I pop up like, hey, check in. It's time to check in and make it do what it do.
So you got your own theme music to wake up to?
Got my own
like
thing.
Coming to America.
Right. Absolutely.
See, that's a good sales point right there, though.
Right.
I mean, imagine having a song that talks about you and talks positively about you.
And it's your motivation.
It's your motivation,
Right,
yeah. Because
right.
you came up with this. I didn't come up with the idea. Shawn came up with the idea of the Check In podcast. I just made that come to fruition in the music.
So that means mine's coming then, right?
Well, I don't know what I mean.
You do know what it is.
I mean, I don't know all the details.
Yeah. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Oh, she said they can hit me on Facebook for pendants, earrings, accessories. Do she make the bracelets too?
You know what? I get so many. I get sets from her. So
Okay.
she
Okay.
has so many things that she does. So she's just into fashion.
See,
Like,
that's what
yeah.
I need. I need something, Von, that is a signature for me. Like when you see it on me, you know that's me. And so that way I can wear it here on the show, wear it out in the community, so people be like, "Man, that's different. That's different. Who did that? That's so." Then that's how we build business. And so we're all about building business and speaking life into people and helping you achieve greater. One thing we got to stop doing, ladies and gentlemen, is we have to stop looking for reasons to look for fault in people. We have to stop that. We sit around and we look at what people are doing, and people are literally like, don't bother nobody. They're not in people's faces. They're not out here trying to get over on nobody or anything like that. And then you just sitting there and you're literally dissecting a person to find something wrong about a person just because they are just doing their own thing and staying in the lane. So we got to quit. I call it throwing each other underneath the bus. And we got to do better. We got to do better because right now we at the bottom of the food chain. And they're going to keep us at the bottom. And if you don't see what's going on in this country right now, especially with what I saw yesterday, I was like, wow, this, I'm going to say Pam is her first name. I'm not going to say her last name because we don't want to get off the show. But I'm looking at them having a conversation with her, and in a hearing yesterday, and I said to myself, and self said, I'm listening. And I said, is a person like this really in position for our country? Like, I'm like, wow, that's banana. That's crazy. So, she said, I'll hook you up. Thank you for shooting. You already know. Absolutely. So, yeah, make it do what it do. And people, do not be afraid to want to come in. It's an open invite. If you want to come on the Check-In podcast and talk about your business, that's what these platforms are for. You know, everybody is not in it for money. People are literally out here trying to help you be better. Understand there are people out here with good hearts that is actually extending an olive branch that is literally trying to help you, and you guys keep missing your blessing. But that's what it is. So anywho,
You get off your soapbox.
get off the soapbox. I was gonna say it with my chest, but you know, I'm just feeling a certain type of way this morning, ladies and gentlemen.
We understand.
Because man, this right here,
Sean.
woo, child.
It's been that kind of week.
It's listen,
It has been that kind
Ever
of
since
week.
Bad Bunny, you know.
man.
Ever since Bad Bunny, it's like people's attitudes have been kind of offset.
They've been bad.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Been bad.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
I ain't got no problem with Bad Bunny.
No, I don't have a problem. I'm just
No.
saying.
But I mean, just even that, and I'm like, man, people just. It amazes me how people just look to throw darts at people.
Yeah.
Throw the rock, hide the hand. I'm like, come on, y'all. We got to do better than this. Come on. As you get older, you get wiser, and you really realize that, you know, people just call it for what it is. They be on some BS. You be like, come on, man. You got to do better than that. For real. So that's what it is. Anywho.
You know, it's easier to see the negative sometimes.
Oh,
instead
absolutely.
To actually
Absolutely.
take time to find the positive in what's in front of you.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
I've been presented that many times this week, but you know what? I refuse to stay there. So
Refuse.
I refuse.
Right. Absolutely. Man. Oh, look at her.
Thank you, boo.
Look, that's why we call her the lovely, beautiful Dr. Ladale. That's why we do that, Vaughn. That's exactly why we do that. So,
Speaking of the lovely, beautiful, Leah, do you have trending topics?
Leah,
Hey.
Leah Renee, ladies and
What's
gentlemen,
going on, Leah?
with trending topics.
Good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
It's trending
There we go.
topics in Toledo on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
That's what I was waiting for, Leah. Your intro.
Yeah,
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just peachy. How you guys feeling today?
Good.
Peachy because you're in Georgia?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess so.
What's good? Come on, give us
It's
something.
a lot. You know, we got everything going on, so we're going to talk about it. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee, representing LRTV, and I'm here with your trending topics. Okay, so first of all, I want to give an update. We all know that this is kind of crazy because it's 2026, and I hadn't even realized that it's been 4 years. We know Takeoff, you know, who was a part of the group Migos. He was murdered back in 2022. Well, the murder trial is just now finally about to kick off. So the suspect, his name is Patrick Xavier Clark. He's the man accused of killing Takeoff. He's basically set to go to trial November 5th of this year. So it's just crazy, right? That like it took 4 years for them to get to this point, and now he's finally, you know, being taken to trial and, you know, about to be, you know, basically they're going to try to figure this whole thing out. But just, you know, giving a little bit of background, Takeoff, whose real name is Kersnick Carey Ball, was shot on November 1st, 2022, outside of 810 Billards and Bowling in Houston. They're saying, you know, that it was said that he was just an innocent bystander caught in exchange of gunfire after, you know, a high stakes dice game went bad. And now the suspect, like I said, Patrick Xavier Clark, he had been arrested a month later, but this is now just finally going to trial. So he has pled not guilty, and he's been out on $1 million bond. He's currently on house arrest. And basically, you know, all of these different delays that had been happening, you know, has now come to a point where they finally got a date. So I think that's great. I'm sure that the family of Takeoff and, everybody, fans and just everybody who was affected by his murder, they've probably been waiting and trying to figure out like what is going on. How come this man hasn't been charged yet? So, or hasn't even, went to trial. So now it's finally going to trial this November. So hopefully, they got all the evidence they need, and hopefully he will be, if he did that, if he's guilty, hopefully he will be, held responsible for this, because, Takeoff lost his life and it was over something so senseless, and that kind of shook the whole hip hop community, so hopefully, we can get some closure on that, after the trial is, all said and done. So I'm definitely going to be keeping you guys posted on that, as different updates come about. So what do you guys think about that? Isn't it crazy that it's been first of all, I was like, it's crazy that it's been 4 years. I didn't even realize it had been that long.
Right.
And now they're just now taking it to trial.
Wow. Yeah. Now, is that happening down there in Atlanta?
I think in Houston.
Houston?
Yep, and it's in Houston, Texas.
Okay, Houston. Okay.
Jury selection is going to start on November 5th in Houston. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, I'll definitely be keeping my eye on, that and that case and, updates, and keep you guys updated on everything that's going on there. And speaking of rappers getting into altercations, did you guys hear about Ja Rule getting into it with Tony Yayo on the plane?
Yeah.
Crazy. Now, these guys have been beefing for a long time.
20 years,
this
at
goes
least,
back this goes back to 50 Cent making the song Wanksta. But yeah, we know that Tony Yayo is, obviously, with 50 Cent and, part of that camp and everything, him and Uncle Murder, they was actually all on the plane together. So Ja Rule was sitting in front of them, and, basically an altercation, ensued, and Ja Rule was seen on the plane. Basically, it got very heated, and he's basically like, kind of like, what's up, what y'all want to do type of thing. And I'm like, what is they doing on this plane? Like, you will mess around and get, your travel privileges revoked,
Yep.
like, and end up in prison. Like,
It's a
it
federal
can't be
offense.
any beef that serious, like that. You guys are grown men on
Grown
a plane
men,
going back
grown
and
men.
forth.
Real grown.
It's
Yeah,
just crazy.
grown.
So footage, it happened on February 8th, and footage basically, like I said, saw Ja Rule saying like, what is we doing? What is we doing? But, obviously, like, I feel like, they were talking about it on the Breakfast Club, and they were saying, that Ja Rule had basically been, because I was a little confused. I don't know if he willingly got off the plane and said, I'm not about to do this, or if they put him off the plane. But he did get off of the plane, and they were saying on the Breakfast Club that, like, Charlemagne and DJ Envy were both like, shoot, if that was me, I would have got off, because he was sitting in front of them, and it's like, there's no telling what they were doing to maybe provoke him, or what, they were like, if he's kicking the back of his seat, or just throwing things, like, you just don't really know like what was going on prior to that. But I'm very weird about, like, people, especially if I know I got beef with these people. I don't want them sitting behind me, on a whole flight. You don't know what's gonna happen,
Maybe
what's
thumping
gonna
you in the back
what's
of
gonna
your
go
head.
on. Yeah, so
Man.
Ja Rule in a statement said, these effing clowns, I saw them when I got on, and I was laughing, like, look at these two clowns. They look like they saw a ghost deer in headlights. They always talking ish, so I addressed them. So, well, I guess he started it. He addressed them and said something to them, and it went out from there. So, of course, 50, he probably, he's always trolling, and so he, had his little things to say. But in the clip, Ja Rule can be seen sitting, like I said, ahead of them, and something was said about sucker ASS Ja Rule on the plane. So, they just were going back and forth like kids. I mean, this is like kid stuff. Like, come on, y'all are like too old for this. It's just like, I don't understand how you guys even still have beef. Like, what is the beef? even anymore. Like, I don't even know why they were ever beefing to begin with, but the fact that it has went on for 20 plus years to the point where you guys will put yourselves at risk and like of going to prison and having like a federal offense is just crazy to me. Like, I don't understand it. What would you do if you were in that situation, guys?
Man, listen. Unfortunately, we got people right here in Toledo, Ohio, that's still mad at you about something that happened way back in high school.
Yeah.
And they got a beef with you still to this day. And I'm the type of brother where I'm going to be like, you know what, man, come on. I ain't got it in me. I'm not trying to go to the county. Like, if you want to hit me, just go on and hit me and get it over with. Because, I can't. I don't have it in me no more to be having beef with nobody. Mm-hmm. What we got a beef for, man? You mad at me for what happened at Rogers? What happened? You know. So,
right. Who even remember?
Who even remember? I'm like, come on, man. Like, wow.
50 Cent did make a statement. He said, quote, he was by himself, so he had to make a scene so they could remove his scary ASS.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Lord.
So, you know, 50 Cent was going to have something to say about it. So I thought that was crazy. I'm just like, you know, you guys are too old for this. Like, y'all need to give it up. Like, what, do you guys even know what you're beefing about anymore at this point? Like, it's crazy.
Wow.
So I don't know. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Also, since I'm talking about altercations, you guys are sports fans. Did you guys catch that fight between the Hornets and
The Pistons?
and the Pistons?
Yeah, I saw that. So
Yeah, that was crazy.
Isaiah
Musa.
what's it? No, go ahead.
How do you say his name?
Which one?
Musa Diabate, or however. How do you say his name?
I don't know
Do you
how to pronounce his name. No, I don't.
Okay.
But I know the Isaiah guy
he-
from Detroit. Yeah, I know him. And he's
Yeah,
very
and
volatile.
also it says, Jalen Duran also. They basically, I saw the video. It was like, it got crazy. So go ahead.
Jalen Duran and the guy from Charlotte with the African name, whatever his name is, got to altercation. But Isaiah Stewart was not in the game. He was sitting on the bench, and he ran from the
and
bench.
he's the one that ran out there, right?
Ran from the bench to the middle of the floor and started fighting. And that right there is a league offense. Like, you can get kicked out of the league, like stuff like
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
And this is
And
the
it's just
second
like,
time
why
doing that.
would,
He did it to LeBron
again,
before.
why are you putting yourself at risk like that? Like,
Millions
you're
of
gonna ruin
dollars
your whole career?
for a beef. Like, these people create more beefs than Omaha Steaks. I don't understand it. For
Yeah, well, Musa
like, you got
said,
millions of dollars. Don't worry about a fight. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
not
it's
worth
like
it.
crazy.
No.
I don't get it. Musa said, quote, when he put his hands on my face, that's kind of when I lost control of it. Obviously, that's when it happened. So apparently he's saying that Jalen Duran, basically put his hands on his face and he basically swung on him, and then it went from there. And he was involved in the fight that basically led to 4 ejections during that game. And it was a loss. It ended up being a loss to the Pistons. So it's like,
Wow.
y'all did all of
Best
that
team in
and
the
then, turned around and lost. So it's just, the expectation is for them all 4 to be suspended. They're now showing remorse and basically saying that they regret it. Obviously, I bet you do regret it. Like, why would you put yourself at risk like that? Now you got to pay fines or get suspended or, miss games. And like you said, the guy that ran in from the sideline, you now possibly could be put out of the NBA. It's like, why do I just don't understand why people do things like that and put their careers at risk. You worked your whole life to get to this national stage, and then you're going to risk your life. I mean, risk your career for something so petty and so stupid. So I was just like, man, it's crazy. But yeah, I saw the video and it was definitely like a lot going on, and you could hear like the broadcasters like, oh, this is out of control, and it was wild. Yeah, they were really doing a lot. All right, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit, and I just want to talk about this whole situation. I know my boy Shawn had mentioned this clown that we call a president.
Right.
Like, okay, so I hadn't reported about the whole situation, with them, with the racist photos or video or whatever had went up about our beloved President Obama and his wife. But we all know, we've all seen it, basically what was posted to Donald Trump's, social media, basically, disrespecting them and, simply just being racist, like putting their faces on gorillas and, just making a mockery out of them when they're not even, they don't even mention him. They're not worried about him. Yeah. It's like, well, it's crazy. But he basically doubled down and told reporters that he won't apologize for it. He basically said that he didn't see the entire video. He's claiming that he didn't see that portion of the video, and that I heard there was something that upset a lot of people. What he said was, quote, "I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of picture people didn't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I just looked at the first part that was just about voter fraud." And basically, he's trying to act like he didn't know that this was being put out on his social media. And then they asked him, would you apologize for the video? And he said, no, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of things, 1,000 things, and I looked at the beginning of it, and it was fine. So he's basically doubling down and saying, no, I don't. I'm not going to apologize. But then they asked him, would you condemn the racist portion of the video? And he says, of course I do. What? How are you going to say you don't apologize for it? It went out on your social media. You're not going to apologize for it, but you condemn it though. I don't know. This guy, he's a clown, and I just don't understand how this man is in our White House. I don't get it. So the Obamas, they haven't commented on it. They handle it with class like they do everything else, and they haven't even spoken on it. They just, the one thing that they did make a comment about since that incident was wishing Team USA good luck in the Winter Olympics. And so that's pretty much all they put out on social media after that. But, I'm not surprised because, again, like we said, they've always handled everything with class, with dignity, and they're not about to give this man any more, attention about this. So I love the way that they handled it,
Yeah, they always.
But it's just messed up because for sure.
Again, I'm really tripping to see the lack of accountability. Yeah. And it bothers me because if you have these Epstein files, right, and you have all of this information that points to one thing and other things, why you keep talking about it? Do something about it. Like I said, we had Pam, I'm just going to say Pam, was in this hearing, and how she act, I'm like, is that acceptable?
She was defensive.
She was very defensive, right?
Why didn't y'all talk to the other person before me?
Right, I'm like, and I'm like,
wait a minute, wait. We talking to you now. That's why.
Let's focus on you, man.
But let you not pay your child support and you end up in jail.
Yeah.
Let your rights be violated because you got pulled over right here in the city of Toledo, and you don't even realize that your rights are being violated because they've been the bully for so long. I mean, come on, let's talk about the real. But go ahead, Leah.
Yes, crazy. Well, I just want to end on a good note. Something, sweet that I would like to talk about is just, obviously we saw the Buddhist monks that had been traveling from Fort Worth, Texas, and they, took a 2,300-mile journey. They finally ended their journey in Washington, D.C. After, like I said, 2,300 miles, and it's been a 15-week journey.
Wow.
Can y'all imagine?
Wow.
Wait, so they walked?
Yeah. Really? And they actually came through Atlanta at one point, and I think I talked about that one day on the show. And it was like it became kind of like a ish show. It was crazy, people were acting a fool, but yeah, I mean, they've made it all the way to Washington D.C. It was 108 days for the peace journey, starting in Fort Worth, Texas, and ending in Washington, D.C. So just want to, send prayers and love to them. They made it, and, thank God they made it safely. So,
man, listen.
I thought that was a good note to end
man, listen.
Some of us don't want to walk from the car to the door.
Look, this is real talk. I actually did a fundraiser where I walked from Toledo, Ohio to Detroit, Michigan.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I definitely feet feet was hurting so bad, I swore up and down I was walking with Jesus and the disciples. So that's what that
you have
is.
sandals on?
Man, listen. Took that walk to Detroit, man. I said never ever again.
Now, how long
great
did that
idea
take
was
you,
that?
Sean?
It took me 17 hours.
Oh my God!
It took me 17
You
hours.
did it in one day.
I did it in one day.
That's a good pace.
Yeah, it took me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like, were you with people or you
no,
were just by yourself?
I was
like,
by myself. Yep.
What kind of shoes you
oh
have?
my gosh!
I had on some good tennis shoes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna ask
Yeah,
that too.
but I got to downriver Detroit, and the parent literally drove from Toledo to bring her son to continue walking with me
Oh, wow.
to downtown Detroit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what inspired you to want to do that?
I was doing it as a fundraiser because for the past 20 years, I've been wanting to raise money to get a facility where we can house kids for 30, 60, 90, up to 120 days. And at that time, I was raising funds to get a 15-passenger van. So I did
Wow.
it, and I was talking about back then bridging the gap between Toledo and Detroit when it comes to our youth. So there's a lot of things that Mr. Shawn has done in the community, but
Wow, that's
you know,
amazing. I mean,
people don't understand that. But hey, it is what it is. So, but nevertheless, we thank you so much,
that's-
Leah. Thank you.
That's
Thank
pretty
you,
dope.
Leah.
Well, you guys are welcome. That's your trending topics. Make sure you follow your girl on Instagram at I am Leah Renee. Follow me on Facebook at Leah Renee, and follow me on YouTube at LRTV Media. Thank
All
you guys.
right, have a
Thank
great
you,
day.
Leah.
See you tomorrow.
You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leah Renee. Ladies and gentlemen, she is down in the ATL. We are in Toledo, and we are showing you how you can bridge the gap to greatness. And a lot of people are going to miss what I just said because you stay stuck in the place. But we got to pay some bills, ladies and gentlemen. But before we pay some bills, shout out to our sponsors, Project 360, Toledo Art, Ohio Unity Coalition, Legal Shield by Anita Madison, Cassandra McPherson, City Councilwoman, Pink Lady Cigar Club, Young Men and Women for Change, One Creative Cutie, that will be Dr. Ladale, The Social Butterfly, Donetta Carter, Nickel Bar and Grill, Cartier One Auto Sales LLC, the Tabernacle Church, Your Computer Needs of Toledo, Ohio, LLC, and Untamed Salon. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got to pay some bills. But before we pay those bills, Jesse, where can they find us?
You can find us live on Facebook, live on YouTube. You can also find us later on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you find your favorite shows. You can also find Check In now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
All right, check in.
Yeah, check in. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after this commercial break.
Your first impression matters. What if your business could introduce itself in just 60 seconds? Anytime, anywhere. Business cards get tossed. Social posts get lost. But video connects. It lets people see your face, hear your voice, and trust your story. At Project 360 Studios, we create business spotlight videos. Short professional films that introduce who you are, what you do, and why people should choose you. Here's how it works. Step 1, plan. We help craft your story. Step 2, film in our studio or on location. Step 3, edit. We brand it with your logo, colors, and music. Step 4, deliver a powerful video you can use everywhere. Share it on your website, social media, email signature, anywhere you want to make a lasting first impression. Don't just hand out your business card. Let people meet you. Book your business spotlight video today at Project 360 Studios.
Give me one for the wake up. I'm so grateful for another day to help stimulate the mental. Time to strategize, huddle up, where's your circle? I can feel the movement radiate through the convo. Talk is cheap, turn your faith into work. I drink my second cup and put my hands in the dirt. 2 cups, drinking straight drip from the earth. Caffeinated conversation, you heard him here first. One for the wake up. One for the wake up. Two for the work. Caffeinated conversations, you heard him here first.
be able to come out and see all these kids and everyone get together so that we can put a smile on all the other kids' faces is super. It makes my heart smile.
Hello, my name is Shawn Mahone Sr., founder and executive director of Young Men and Women for Change Behavior Modification Bootcamp Program. If you are a parent experiencing issues or problems with your child, then give us a call today. Young Men and Women for Change, 567-277-5352. Productive leaders for tomorrow's future.
Glass City Blues. Boots in the mud, yeah. Step on the glass, catching that walleye. Toledo, where we at? Got my boots in the mud, stepping on glass. We came from the flood, catching walleye down by the river. Toledo soul, man, it don't get no realer, yeah. I stomp in the dirt, Glass City on my shirt, 419 on the grind, putting soul in the work. From the bay to the block, you can hear that sound. Toledo in the blood, roots deep in the ground. Yeah, I walk with a broken glass, cut through the pain, but we stronger than the struggle. Sunshine through rain, river rolling, got the walleye on the line. Every hook, every cast, yeah, the city still shine. Got my boots in the mud, stepping on glass. We came from the flood, catching walleye down by the river. Toledo soul, man, it don't get no realer, Clap, 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 stomp, stomp, let the beat ride slow. Glass City Blues with a hip hop flow. From the east side, hustle to the west side, pride. We the heart of the 419, won't hide. See the sparks from the glass, shine in the street. Hear the boots in the mud, feel the bass in the beat. Catch a fish, say a prayer, let the river remind. It's the soul of Toledo, keep the step in time.
The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on 419 The Grind.
Good morning, Toledo, Ohio. Welcome back to the 419 Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your host, your boy, Shawn Juan, in the house. In the studio with me is the lovely, beautiful Dr. Ladale.
Good morning, Toledo. Wake up.
You had to think for a minute when I said the lovely, beautiful. You like,
Is that me?
is that me? Yeah, that's you. Yeah, that's you. Ladies and gentlemen, also.
That's you, Ladale.
That's you. That's you. Also, ladies and gentlemen, in the studio with the Rise and Grind morning show, the producer of it, also Project 360, and the producer of Check-In theme song, Check-In podcast theme song, Jesse Coleman, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Detroit.
Well, we need
He's
to
still asleep.
look. No,
I'm talking to Detroit.
Speak that thing.
Yeah.
Speak that
Come
thing.
on, 313.
All right, come on.
Right.
Let's see what we can.
Let's
grab.
go Globo.
Let's go Globo.
Yeah,
right.
Globo.
Right.
Come on, Memphis. I don't know
Man.
the area code down there.
Man.
214.
That's 901.
You
remember I used to live
Ladale.
there?
Yeah,
Right.
I forgot, yeah.
I just got rid of that number, 901.
Oh, okay. That was the number that was calling in on.
So,
That was Ladale.
yeah, that was Ladale,
Oh,
901. Right. Louisville's 502. So, yeah, we don't forget.
Orlando's 407.
All right.
All right.
323, LA. 213 LA.
Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend, shout out to Vertus Cheers for his world premiere, No Love movie. Sunday, February 15th. Red carpet begins at 6 p.m. Show begins at 8. Movie starts at 8:30 p.m. at the Maumee Theater, 601 Conant Street, Maumee, Ohio. To buy, purchase tickets, ladies and gentlemen, 419-897-8902. Support. Toledo's own 419 Rise and Grind Morning Show will be on the red carpet.
We will be there.
We will be there. We are excited.
Yes.
To be a part. Come see us.
Well, the show too. The show too.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, Donetta Carter, the Social Butterfly, is having her 15th annual Business Health Expo Saturday, April 4th, 2026 from 10 a to 3 p. Man, give her a shout, 419-367-9765. Get involved, ladies and gentlemen. Get involved. Dr. Ladale, you have something coming up as well. Tell the people about that.
Yes, I have the Unfinished Girl Conference and Wellness Retreat coming in May 14th through the 16th. This is an opportunity not just for women, but for men. You know, we often push the spiritual side of things, but the wellness side is also important to our whole being. And so this is an opportunity to just let go, but be filled. Allow our cups to be filled and restored. And we're going to end it off with a sneaker ball.
Man, that's what's up. So,
Sneaker ball.
Sneaker ball.
All right.
So this is what I want to do, men. I want to support 5 men. I want to pay for 5 men for us to go to this event. Because I think we as men, we got to really focus in on our mental. And because this is our self-care week, we got to look at things that's going to help us down the road here to help us be better and clear our mental. So I am willing to donate for 5 men to go to this event with me so we can woosah. So we can woosah.
Thank you, sir.
So we can woosah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest in the house. This is going to be a real conversation that's getting ready to happen.
Yes.
And I need for y'all to listen because this is serious. And, man, y'all about to be like, what? Yeah, it's about to be deep, ladies and gentlemen. And we have the Tyrone McCain in the house. What's going on, famo?
Good morning.
What's good with you, man?
I am great, man. Thank y'all for having me today.
Man, we appreciate you being here, bro.
Oh, please, man. I appreciate y'all having me here.
Man, so let's talk about it, man. You know about insurance.
Yeah, I know a little bit about a little bit.
A lot of bit.
I've been doing insurance since 2020.
Okay.
Got my license, started up with my first company I worked for, and literally I worked a week and COVID hit and the world shut down. So I did that for about 2 years, and then I started off on my own and started McCain Insurance and Casualty, which is my own independent agency that I own. And actually, the 21st of this month, it'll be 5 years.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank y'all. So insurance is very important to me, especially in our community, because a lot of people are misinformed. And I was reading an article the other day that in our community, we are 5 to 6 more times to have insurance, but we let it lapse. And so it's very, very important. Very, very important. And there's so many different avenues you can take with life insurance. It's just not, I need to buy a policy to, as people say, that can put me in the ground. There's wealth in insurance.
Yep.
And like a lot of companies, Disneyland started from life insurance. McDonald's, Ray Kroc took a cash value off his policy and started McDonald's. And on a smaller but bigger level, Master P started No Limit with a $10,000 life insurance policy he got from his grandma. So it's a lot of avenues that we'll get into that help our community with the importance of life insurance. So that's my little intro spiel.
So I got a question.
Yes,
what made you pivot from what you were doing to go into insurance?
Well, I'll say this. Most insurance agents would tell you they never woke up and said, when I grow up, I want to be a life insurance agent. I worked for our county at the local JFS office. And to give you a little background, my oldest son, he has cerebral palsy. And so it worked out where my wife, he had gotten too big for my wife to help, maneuver and take care of. So we pivoted to where I went from working days to working nights, and I was selling cable. And put a pin in it. If I listened to my wife 10 years ago, I'd have been doing this 10 years ago. But I was like, I don't want to do sales. So I worked for our cable company, and I was crushing it, selling cable. And I'm like, a guy I know did it, and he asked me about it. And I'm like, well, if I can sell this overpriced cable, I can definitely do life insurance. And it worked for me because our family, it gives me a freedom where I don't have to punch a clock. I can work, I can move around. If something were to happen with my son at school, I don't have to worry about finding a boss. Hey, I need to leave early. My son's sick. I can just go. Yeah. And so that was what appealed to me. And then once I got into it, I fell in love with it. So that's how the pivot happened.
Yeah.
I tell you, the one thing that I've learned through insurance is that there's term,
yes, sir,
and there's whole,
yes.
right? The one thing that I feel like we've been deprived from is the one that has the more value.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because they're not. So help me understand the difference between term and whole.
Term and whole. If you get term insurance, the name says it all. It lasts for a term. So if you get a term policy, you can get them starting at 10 years and they go all the way up to 30 years. They don't have any cash value, and their insurance just to have insurance for a time period. So if you get a 20-year term and God forbid you pass away at year 21, your insurance is over.
Wow.
So, and like I said, it doesn't build a cash value to it. So it doesn't really work for you. But I always say, if you have to start with term, start with something. But just know that it's not going to last forever. And as whole life is in the name also, it lasts for your whole life. And let me say one more thing. Term also, the payments can change. So it'll start off affordable, and then as it goes up in age, your premiums change. And so by the time, and that's where a lot of the lapse comes in, because it's affordable at the beginning. Then as it grows, it can change on you, and then you can't afford it, and then you don't have insurance before the term even ends. So whole life, on the other hand, it is your entire life. The premiums don't change, and this is the one where it has cash value in it, to where it can, the word life insurance means you can use it while you're alive. It's not just a death benefit. So it builds cash value. So as you go, as the policy matures, you make your payments, it gives you a percentage of the policy and cash value you can use. You can use it for whatever you want. If you need to buy a house, if you have some emergencies at home, if you want to buy a car, you have kids going away to school, you have cash value. And if you borrow it, if you have $100,000 policy, for example, and say you borrow $10,000 from your cash value, if you pass away or you just never pay it back, that 100,000 turns into 90. So the money you still paying for it, but if you don't, it just comes off your death benefit.
Wow.
So it can actually work for you as you live your life. So that's the main difference between the two.
So, me, my background, education, and the wheels are turning. Because you offer so much wealth and knowledge in what you do, our community often lacks people,
yes, they do,
significant people to teach these things. Do you have opportunities for the community to learn this? And
Absolutely.
If so, how do they do that?
Just reach out to me. I'm willing to talk to anybody, to educate, train, help. I just want to help anybody I can. I mean, it's like I said, it's our community is really behind in it. And the sad thing is, it's because our community's never really seen it work, because, if your grandma has a policy, when she bought it, it's just enough to bury her, So our community's never really seen the benefit of you have a policy for $100,000. The average funeral is going to run you between $3,000 to $9,000. And so then after you pay that, you have $90,000 left, whereas now we're getting policies, $10,000, $15,000, and you pass away. Once you pay for the funeral, you have bills you leave behind. Because I hate to break it to you, bills don't go. So if you don't pay them, somebody's gonna have to pay them. You got kids, and why not leave something for your children as opposed to death is already bad enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't want a couple. Now you have financial problems because they've passed away. And now if you do have insurance, great, you can use your insurance. But then after that, it's over. And you've been paying for this for so long. Why not do something that can build and help your family when you're gone?
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I think our community misses. So.
We like you mentioned before about some of the big names who use insurance to build wealth, and not just for themselves, but for the family. And I think that they've been doing this for years. For years. So us coming out of slavery, that was nothing that we were not taught that.
Nope.
To use life insurance to build wealth, because if I'm Joe Schmo and I'm making $150,000 a year, and I have a $5,000 policy, that $150,000 a year goes away quickly.
Mm-hmm.
That goes away, and that $5,000 does nothing for my family at all.
They'll be paying more than what your insurance covered. I mean, the $5,000 will be ate up in fees of just getting your body from, if you pass away at the hospital.
Yeah,
they charge from the hospital to the funeral home. There's a lot of fees that people, and that's another thing, people don't understand the business of what goes into when people pass away. And like you said, Jesse, if you're the primary breadwinner in your house, you make $150,000, you have a stay-at-home wife, 2 kids. If you pass away, that salary ends the moment you leave.
Right.
That day. Yeah.
And so it's no, once it's over, sadly. And so, like I said, that's why you don't want to get $5,000, $10,000. Yeah, it pays for the funeral, but what next? We have to see past the funeral. That's what my goal is, to help people.
I watch a lot of ID channel, right? And I see a lot of these people, not us, these other people.
Yep.
And they go after their significant other for that policy.
Yep.
They're not going after that policy for $10,000.
No.
We're talking about life-changing money, millions of dollars sometimes.
Do you remember the story, Alex Murdaugh, the man that killed? Well, he tried to, I know you can't say certain things on the internet, but he tried to unalive himself, if you will.
You can't say that,
Yeah. So he did that to try to get insurance money for his son that was left. And the thing about it, a lot of people don't realize.
That policy.
A lot of people don't realize insurance companies investigate that stuff. And that's how people always wind up getting caught. You find out, your wife has $1 million policy. You change yourself to the beneficiary on Tuesday, and Friday the brake lines get cut on her car. So they know what's happening. But and as an insurance agent, you can see stuff. I'm like, oh, I know what that is.
Wow.
And 9 times out of 10, I'm right, because that's what happens.
Wow.
But like you said, they're not going to try to kill you for $10,000.
No.
There got to be some money behind it. But yeah. And it's the quickest way to gain wealth, honestly, because there's no other quicker way to grab $250,000, where if you're paying $30 a month for it, something happens, you still have $250.
Yeah.
So
I think the thing that I struggle with is that I look at what I call the old school insurance agents, right? And you have this knowledge to build generational wealth for all. And it's like you kind of don't really talk about, this is why you can do a term, but let me hip you to whole life and what it can do to change your life. Because I see our community the way that it is, and I can see that people's lives can change for the better if they were educated enough to understand the two.
Yep. And a lot of times too, man, people, I had to learn this when I first started out. You can't assume what a person can afford. And so you have to talk to people, find out what their goals are, what they can afford to pay a month, what they're trying to do with the insurance. Because if you just go into a situation and you think, oh, well, all they can afford is this term policy, you're doing them a disservice, and you're not coming across as a knowledgeable agent. Because the point of it all is, I would love for everybody to come and say, hey, I want to buy $1 million worth of insurance. Great. I would love to sell you $1 million worth of insurance.
Right.
But the goal is, honestly, what can you afford to pay for? And like you said, people's situations change. So if you start off, if all I can afford is a $50,000 policy, well, let's get that. So that way, if something happens, you have $50,000. As time goes on, once you already have the insurance, you can call me and say, hey, Tyrone, I want to increase my insurance, man. I got a raise, or I came into a good amount of money. Well, let's do it. So now you already have a policy. So now you don't have to go through the medical checks. You don't have to answer all these questions. You can just increase the amount you have.
Right.
So it's about, like you said, giving education and just not going into it for the sale of it.
Right.
You know, if I can help you, let me help you, as opposed to just saying, okay, well, you have $20 a month. Well, I can get you this. And then you outlive the term and your family thinks, well, he had insurance with Tyrone, but then they don't know it was a term policy.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when it's all over, you're really stuck now, and that's why people think it's a scam sometimes, because, well, I paid into this all this time, something happened, and we didn't get anything from it. When in actuality, what you were sold wasn't what you needed.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So in other words, start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. It's better to have, I say in insurance, it's better to have something than nothing. Because even if you got to start out with just enough to pay to get you in the ground and something, hey, if that is what happens, at least they don't have to worry about burying you.
So I got a question.
What's that?
When it comes to the difference between the payments,
okay,
you don't have to say specific numbers if you don't want to, but if somebody says, okay, I want, maybe show me the difference between term and whole.
Absolutely.
When it comes to the payment,
term
per
is
month.
always going to be the more affordable of the two, because like I said, it's shorter. There's typically not as many, medical questions. We don't ask you as many questions, and there's no cash value in it. So it's pretty straightforward. Term is always going to be your more affordable option. But again, it depends what you want to do, to where sometimes it can be as little as $15 to $20 difference, to where you can have something for a little while, you can have something for your whole life.
Yeah.
So that's why I always show people, look, I say, what we can do? We can start at a range of this amount and this amount. This amount is this amount. This amount is that. And we work from there. And you can play with the numbers once you really know where your payments lie.
Yeah.
So
if we talk about $15, listen, that's saying, like, Shawn, don't go buy those 2 packs of cigarettes.
That's exactly
Monday morning.
No
Ladale, don't go buy, whatever.
Don't go get your bottle 1800.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's not even that expensive. Don't go to Starbucks 3 times in a week.
Right, yeah.
I talked to a young man, he was cutting hair one time, and he was talking about life insurance was too expensive. He was in his 20s. When you're young, it's cheap. Because you're young, you're healthy. I said, how much insurance did you want to get? He wanted to get $60,000 worth of insurance. I had the quote on my phone for $60,000 for him at 20 was $23. I said, how much you charge per haircut? $25. That's a haircut a month.
That's it.
And he couldn't believe it, because that's another myth in our community. They think it's super expensive.
Yeah.
And in actuality, it's not. Like you said, you'll burn money on cigarettes, going out, coffee. I mean, anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can burn it, and you could have paid for a substantial policy with the money you waste each month.
Right.
So
for people who do have medical conditions, what do you suggest they do in order to possibly have some type of coverage?
Again, that's another myth. People think, well, the big one is always, I have diabetes, so I can't, or I have high blood pressure. That's always the big bugaboo sickness, diabetes, high blood pressure, stuff like that. And you can still get insurance. They ask questions as long as it's under control and you're taking medication, we can find some insurance for you. It's rare that, and you have to be honest, because, I've talked to people, you have any medical conditions? No, I'm good. And then you go run it and they got everything. It's like, wait a minute, you didn't tell me. And so, but if they know, you can, especially being an independent guy like me, I have like 20 different places I can go through. And there's some places that ask nothing. As long as you have a social security number, they can get you insurance. Now it's going to be a little more expensive because they don't ask any questions. So they're taking a bigger risk. And those policies, typically you have to live 2 years for the policy to go into effect. So I've sold those policies. The person lived through the 2 years they passed, and they had coverage. So, you know, there's a way to ensure. I don't think there's many people walking around that are just totally uninsurable, you know. But like I said, it may come with a little more cost, but we can definitely get you something.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's good to know, because
Yep.
there's a lot of people out there
Mm-hmm.
who believe that if a person has a medical condition,
Mm-hmm.
that there is no hope, and you know,
Yeah.
just do whatever you can want to
Yeah,
go. You know,
everybody's insurable.
So,
Yeah.
so I don't know. So I'm gonna ask you this question. We gotta take a commercial break, but I'm gonna ask this question. I'm hearing, I don't know how true it is, that their insurance companies now are requiring people to take HIV tests.
Well, it's included in the questionnaires, a lot of the medical questions, but they'll give you, like, a lot of times you have to take one to give you a standard blood test, so they check for everything anyway. So
Right.
they're not making you come in and say, hey, take this test. But if you did have it, it will come out in the blood test anyway. So,
Right. The reason why I'm asking that is because of the younger generation, right? And, you know, through our younger generation, they saying that AIDS is back on the ramp up again. So that was just a conversation I was having. They said by year 2027 that, you know, you're going to be required to specifically take an
But
HIV
you know, and
test.
that's another thing that comes into it, where you need to take care of yourself early. So if you're young, get you a policy, because you never know what'll happen.
So we're going to talk about that when we come back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a commercial break, but shout out to our sponsors, Untamed Salon, Your Computer Needs of Toledo, LLC, the Tabernacle Church, Cartier One Auto Sales, Nickel Bar and Grill, The Social Butterfly, Dinetta Carter, One Creative Cutie, Young Men and Women for Change, Pink Lady Cigar Club, Cassandra McPherson, City Councilwoman, Legal Shield by Anita Madison, Ohio Unity Coalition, Toledo Art, and Project 360 Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Your first impression matters. What if your business could introduce itself in just 60 seconds? Anytime, anywhere. Business cards get tossed. Social posts get lost. But video connects. It lets people see your face, hear your voice, and trust your story. At Project 360 Studios, we create business spotlight videos. Short professional films that introduce who you are, what you do, and why people should choose you. Here's how it works. Step 1, plan. We help craft your story. Step 2, film in our studio or on location. Step 3, edit. We brand it with your logo, colors, and music. Step 4, deliver a powerful video you can use everywhere. Share it on your website, social media, email signature, anywhere you want to make a lasting first impression. Don't just hand out your business card. Let people meet you. Book your business spotlight video today at Project 360 Studios.
Hello, my name is Shawn Mahone Sr., founder and executive director of Young Men and Women for Change Behavior Modification Bootcamp Program. If you are a parent experiencing issues or problems with your child, then give us a call today. Young Men and Women for Change, 567-277-5352. Productive leaders for tomorrow's future.
To be able to come out and see all these kids and everyone get together so that we can put a smile on all the other kids' faces is super, it makes my heart smile.
I'm so grateful for another day to help stimulate the mental. Time to strategize, huddle up, where's your circle? I can feel the moment radiate through the convo. Talk is cheap, turn your faith into work. I drink my second cup and put my hands in the dirt. 2 cups, drinking straight drip from the earth. Caffeinated conversation, you heard him here first. One for the wake up. One for the wake up. Two for the work. Caffeinated conversations, you heard him here first.
Step, I'm climbing high. Left my baggage, kissed it goodbye. New shoes on my feet, scuffed the ground. Echoes of dreams, no longer bound.
Air up here is thin but sweet.
Get that insurance, you be moving up like George and Weezy.
I'm moving on up like George and Weezy. Life ain't perfect, but it's looking breezy. Up the ladder I go, can't make me queasy. Moving on up like George and Weezy.
The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on. 419 The Grind.
Good morning, Toledo, Ohio. Welcome back to the 419 Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your host, your boy, Shawn Juan, in the studio with the lovely Dr. Ladale.
Toledo.
In the studio with Jesse Coleman himself of Project 360, the producer of the Rise and Grind Morning Show and the producer of the Check-In Podcast theme song. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Mr. Tyrone talking about insurance.
Yes, sir.
And he's splitting us down to the white meat with this knowledge today, man. I mean, split the wig straight down the middle. I want to talk about something, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be really tough, but parents, you know that your child is not making the right choices and decisions. They disrespecting you. They don't value their education. They want to be thugs. They want to be gangbangers. I am saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, you need to get some type of life insurance on your child. Why? Because more parents are burying their child or children before the child or children are burying their parents. Let's talk about that, Tyrone. Let's talk about for a decent policy for a parent to put on their child. What does that look like, or how much? Like something like that, the lowest it may cost.
I mean, like you said, the key is youth. Your youth is what's going to always be the best bet for you in insurance. And if you have a child, you can get in a policy, a pretty decent policy. If you want to get something as low as, say, $30,000 for a 20-year-old, may run you, if he's healthy, he or she's healthy, it may run you $25, $30 a month.
Wow.
So again, like I said, it's not as bad as you think.
Right.
You know? And I've sold policies for people like that. You know, they know, hey, my son is doing XYZ, and just in case I get that phone call, I need to get some insurance on them. And I said, well, and they do.
They do.
Yep.
They do.
Yep. Yep. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad that that's a conversation. Again, I think just here in Toledo, Ohio, people avoid addressing the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a real thing that the way your child is, what they're doing and the way they're heading. The reality of it is are you prepared for that?
Yeah.
Because I've been around long enough to be around parents who have lost a child.
Yep.
You know, to gun violence. You know, and it's sad that, you know, at the end of the day, what do you see? GoFundMe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, GoFundMe, you know, or dinners being sold, you know, and it's a sad thing. So again, ladies and gentlemen, definitely, how did they get in contact with you?
Man, I'm on everything on social media. I am on Facebook, Instagram. What's the other one? I'm old. TikTok. No. Yeah, TikTok too. But it's all Ty, the insurance guy, 419. My phone number is 419-309-5568. If you miss me, shoot me a text. I'll get back with you and we can sit down and figure out what's what.
Where are you located at?
I work remotely, so
okay.
I'm mobile.
Okay, you're mobile. Yep. Good.
Anywhere I can take my laptop and I have Wi-Fi, I can work.
That's it right there.
So
that's it.
It's easy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way to work. Absolutely.
Nowadays, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So you talked about, Ladale talked about like doing a class on insurance and teaching the importance of it. Well, we have this space in this building right here that's pretty much open to that type of thing.
Hey, whatever I need to do, I can do it. So,
okay.
Yeah, I told you, I'm just trying to get as advanced as Jesse. So, whatever I can do.
Well, Project 360 is, here to help that.
Yes,
so
we're here to help.
Yes, put me in the game, coach. I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah, Jesse kind of took what I was going to say. It's like, you know.
I didn't take what you're going to say. You said it, and it kind of planted a seed.
It planted a seed.
Got you. So let me water that seed.
There you go.
Let me water that seed. Because of the background and skills that I have in doing the workshops, I think it's a good thing to start partnering.
Yes.
As what we talk about all the time. So if we can do anything to help grow that knowledge, because like Shawn said, there's parents out here that need to do that.
Yeah.
But as someone who's lost their parents, you know, there's even those of us out there who need to even consider that part of it. And, you know, what do you do if your parents don't have significant insurance?
You can insure your parents. Like I said before, if you have an insurable interest, which can be anything, as long as you have some type of relationship, you can get insurance on a person. I've taken insurance out on my own, on my parents, because they have insurance, but at the end of the day, you hate to say this and it sounds this way, but it's an investment tool. If your parents already have insurance and you can afford to buy a policy, that means what they have would take care of it. And then what you've purchased would still come to you. So again, like Jesse said earlier, that's the same thing that's been going on forever. But it's just never been exposed to our community.
Yeah.
You know, and when you're insuring your parents, it might be a little more expensive depending on their age, depending on their health, but it's still a wise investment. Like I said, it's what you would waste doing something else anyway.
Right.
Yeah, it's my oldest brother. Our mother, we were children, but my oldest brother for my father ended up doing that once one of our uncles had passed, because we didn't want to end up in a situation where, what do we do? And so with him making that choice and decision, and he brought it to, you know, us and said, this is what I'm going to do. No problem. When it was that time for us, it was an easy transition, because it wasn't what we gonna do?
That's the worst thing.
It was not that for us.
I hate to see it.
Yeah.
I hate to see it, especially nowadays on social media, because you see it, something will happen. Like Shawn said, something will happen, and it's big news. And then the next thing you know, the family's online with a GoFundMe. And look, some life insurance agents shame people for having a GoFundMe. Look, I will never shame you. If you have to have a GoFundMe, that's just what happened. But I hate to see, not be doing GoFundMes, we selling dinners and we doing all this stuff, because we're just trying to, again, get them in the ground. And it's so much more things we can do to stop that, especially like you said with our parents. We can take care of them, and they would want you to. They would want you to.
So here's the reality of it. My oldest son was unalive back in May 24, 2017. I used to have an insurance policy on him. Okay, I moved back to Toledo. He will only come and see me during like summer and holiday breaks and things like that. So I let it lapse, right? Started seeing him making some unhealthy moves on social media. Try to have a conversation with him. Make a long story short, got unalived, and it cost me $8,000 to bury him, and that's out of my pocket.
Yes, sir.
And that was and that was to cremate him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to cremate him because I had to call Mike Day because when I walked into the funeral home, I wanted to know what that stench or smell was. They didn't embalm him right. So they was like, go ahead and get him cremated, you know. So, but it cost me $8,000.
Yes, sir.
You know, so this is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. This
and like
is a
you
real
said,
thing.
you can either have to worry about paying $8,000 out of your pocket unexpectedly, or you can pay $30 a month that you know you have to pay and have more than enough.
Right.
So
right. Yeah. So, woo. Yeah, we're gonna put a class together, ladies and gentlemen. We're definitely gonna put a class together so so y'all can learn.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm real big on people generating wealth.
Yes, sir.
Especially in the black community. And it just sickens me to my stomach is that you have people out here that really want to see you do great, want to see you win, don't want to see you begging or out here looking for a handout. No, positioning you where you can live a healthy lifestyle and really be able to enjoy life. And a lot of you guys are missing that based upon where you stay stuck at.
Yeah.
And that's a sad thing. That is a very, very sad thing. So we are definitely showing you what partnerships and collaborations look like. It is okay to help the next person.
That's right.
Collaboration is good.
It is
It's
good.
healthy.
It's very, very healthy. When you have people at the table that are doing amazing thing, now we have a network just off the 419 Rise and Grind morning show. Like we literally have a network of people that are doing great things with resources. What resource?
And knowledge.
And knowledge. Like you got wraparound services on this podcast. You know, you got Jesse Coleman he's a content creator. I mean, the things that he does, the knowledge that he has, Dr. Ladale, what she brings, what I bring working with the youth. Now you have Tyrone that's coming to the table. You have, you know, a list of sponsors that believe in what we're doing. So we have Legal Shield. If you guys need to go back and look at that interview with Anita Madison, like just for a few dollars a month, you know, something that's literally going to help you legally, you know, to learn about the whole thing about voting with the Ohio Coalition, right? What Andre McCullen is doing over at Toledo Arc with the youth, you know, what Donetta Carter does in the community. You know, the Pink Lady Cigar Club, you know, amazing women that knows about the quality of cigars, you know, so, but, you know, if you're looking for a car, you know, we got Car Tier 1 Auto Sales. Like, come on, what do you want? You want a church? Go to the Tabernacle
When you
Church.
buy that car, McCain Insurance and Casualty offers auto insurance. Just throwing that out there.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. So that's another thing too, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to always say nothing changes if nothing changes. But when you change the way you look at things you look at begin to change. So we just going to leave it with that, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, Tyrone, what would you like to leave with the people?
I will leave this quick tidbit. Ladale mentioned about having health issues. There's also insurance that's called critical benefit insurance. And that covers if you have a heart attack, stroke, or develop any kind of cancer. And that helps when you're alive. So if you buy a policy 5 years down the line, you get diagnosed with breast cancer. You'll have, depending on the policy you purchase, anywhere from $30,000 to $80,000 that you can use to help while you are going through your treatment. And I will say that before we close. And that's what I mean about insurance. Insurance is a vehicle to so many different things that we aren't aware of. And I want our community to be versed and to understand the amount of things we can do with just a simple sit-down phone call about insurance. And I appreciate you guys for the opportunity. I look forward to working with you guys more. And I just want everybody to know, get some insurance. That's as simple as it is. Get some insurance because it's important.
It is important.
Yes.
Woo. Dr. Ladale, what do you want to say before we get up out of here?
Toledo is a melting pot of knowledge, information, and people who are willing to help build the community. It's important that we tap in. We have to start tapping in. We can't keep fighting against one another or blocking people out because of, like you said, what may have happened back when you were in elementary school.
Right.
You know, people grow, people change, and there's knowledge out here that we have to tap into. Today is evident that there is knowledge here that can help us all if we just take the time to tap in.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you with this. One day I was sitting on the beach. I was walking along the beach, and I came across this lady. She didn't have no arms, no legs. And she said to me, "You sure are cute." And I said, "Well, thank you." She said, "I ain't never been hugged before." So I bent down and gave her a hug. She said, "You know what? I ain't never been kissed before." So I bent down and gave her a kiss. She said, "You know what? I ain't never been screwed before." So I picked her up and threw her in the water and said, "Now you screwed." The moral of the story is quit letting people screw you, because you do have arms and you do have legs to do a greater work and a greater thing. And continue to do what God has called you to do, because you are the head and not the tail, and you are above and not beneath. That's my truth. Ladies and gentlemen, we love having fun on the 419 Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hold on, let me tell you something. I'm a horn.
I thought that was a serious story. It started off so wholesome.
Man, listen, Jesse, what do you want to say before we leave?
I just want to say thank y'all for watching. Have a good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, go be the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. Have a great day on purpose. Peace.
Your first impression matters. What if your business could introduce itself in just 60 seconds? Anytime, anywhere. Business cards get tossed. Social posts get lost. But video connects. It lets people see your face, hear your voice, and trust your story. At Project 360 Studios, we create business spotlight videos. Short professional films that introduce who you are, what you do, and why people should choose you. Here's how it works. Step 1, plan. We help craft your story. Step 2, film in our studio or on location. Step 3, edit. We brand it with your logo, colors, and music. Step 4, deliver a powerful video you can use everywhere. Share it on your website, social media, email signature, anywhere you want to make a lasting first impression. Don't just hand out your business card. Let people meet you. Book your business spotlight video today at Project 360 Studios.
Hello, my name is Shawn Mahone Sr., founder and executive director of Young Men and Women for Change Behavior Modification Bootcamp Program. If you are a parent experiencing issues or problems with your child, then give us a call today. Young Men and Women for Change, 567-277-5352. Productive leaders for tomorrow's future.
Time to strategize, huddle up, where's your circle? I can feel the moment radiate through the convo. Talk is cheap, turn your faith into work. I drink my second cup and put my hands in the dirt. 2 cups, drinking straight drip from the earth. Caffeinated conversations, you heard them here first.